It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They go play action. Mayfield. Out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 77 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 12, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. B.J. Goodson. Able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
31's the mic. I'm coming. King. 31's the mic.
A first down throw from Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerve.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. To the air, Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. B.J. Goodson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
31's the mic. Watch the run.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Hey, 133. 31's the mic. Get him.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
The pass to Brown as he holds it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run on first down with Singletary. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
56.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Switch. Check three.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking. Up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Set 52. Joker.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
180. Check. Watch 54. Alert. Right there.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Mario Addison. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Point it right.
Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. Check. 30.
To throw, Mayfield. at his own 6-yard line. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now is Allen. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Larry Ogunjobi. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Damian Ratley, 93 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Allen. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You gonna take. Stop. You gonna take right there. Regular. Shut the motion. Check. Shift.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, hold. Alert. Hey, Alpha. 5 wide. Quick. Chance. 61. Matchbox lights. Monday. Gun. Kill. Quick. Hey, tight. Hey. High 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. In the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, exit. Defense, let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Real. He's telling him right. Even. 4 down. Even. 31's the mic. Here we go.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Star Latulele gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hurry! Pilot, 64, weak. You don't want none of that. Regular. 31's the mic. Watch the fly. Hey, orbit. Watch the fly, motion, pop. My touch.
Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Alert! Come get some.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trent Murphy in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
51. 51. Exit.
Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Hey, Delta. Come on. 51 the mic. Half 85. Half 85. Deuce. Recon. 132 fighter. Wide. Get middle. Check. Hot route.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Get him, boy.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Landry. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 20-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54. Let's get the ball. Hey. Real. 54.
Mayfield looks to throw. He sets to fire deep. This is caught at the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Damian Ratley, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. from midfield. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Allen. And Diggs has it. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down the defense.
Here's Allen to throw it. Going for it all. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead.
26, Bills 20.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
A gain of 6.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get this.
Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
133. Regular.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is taken in at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
You better be afraid. Point it right. Mike forward. Know your job.
Throwing, Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Matt Milano in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a run with Singletary. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Come on, come on. Pass 85. 51 to Mike, boys. 51. Hey, wahoo. Watch the pass.
Back to throw. Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He's back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because this is a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down.
Motion, motion, motion. 29 is the mic.
Allen going to go on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield and run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They run it again with Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
180. 54 Mike. Come on. Come on, D.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Freddie Kitchens going to push the envelope. His guys will go on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Browns, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's just their second loss.